Time and again, the prophets were persecuted, not because they were cruel men, not because they were doing anything wrong, but because they were speaking on behalf of God among a people who did not want to hear God speak. They didn't want the truth. The moment you speak the truth, the rejection comes. But we also must be careful here, because oftentimes we are tempted to apply this as salve on a wound and say, okay, well, this is just about you not being liked. This is Jesus saying, blessed are you if somebody's upset with you. This blessing has nothing to do with you being obnoxious. You can be obnoxious and people cannot like you, and it have nothing to do with Christ. You can just be obnoxious. You can actually be obnoxiously for Christ in such a way that it is not appropriate. How about foolish? Harshness masquerading as courage. You see, it's not the consequences that come because we have been impatient, unwise, rude, or needlessly offensive that Christ is talking about. Charles Spurgeon rightly observed that it must be said falsely and it must be for Christ's sake. If you and I have sinned, there is no persecution in someone opposing our sin. 1 Peter 2 verse 20. For what credit is there if when you sin and are harshly treated, you endure it with patience? There is no credit, because you've sinned. Peter also goes on to say that if we suffer for doing good and endure it, this finds favor with the Lord. Here in verse 11, Christ gives us two very specific qualifications regarding this persecution. First of all, the persecution has to be false, meaning untrue. Secondly, it must be because of him. That phrase, more than any other phrase, is at the heart of this verse. It's because you're standing for Christ.